20th Local Workforce Innovation Area 23 board meeting. So Pat, if you are on the line, you can go ahead and call the meeting to order when you're ready. Pat, I see your name on there, so I know you're here, but I don't hear anything. So you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm calling in and zooming both. So can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Wonderful. Sorry about that. Welcome everyone, and thank you, Jamie. And if we could, we'll call for a roll call and get things started.
Okay, since we've got board and CEOs on here, I'm going to start with the board members, then I will move to CEOs. Once I get through all those, if I have called your name and you didn't hear it, you joined a little bit late, just let me know and I will get you marked down. So, Gerald Billiou,
I'm here.
Kevin Binker, Kevin Busher,
Present.
Jim Boland, Pat Clegg,
Here.
Dave Cole,
Yes.
Julie Obermark,
Here.
Mike Conrad,
Here.
David Cox, Adam Black,
Here.
Tiffany Mackey,
Here.
Justin Martin, Mandy Martin,
Here.
Josh McElravy,
Here.
Patty Metzger,
Here.
Jill Michael, Deacon Patient, John Perry, Bruce Peters, Tom Robinson, Chuck Rose,
Here.
Lewis Ryder,
Here.
Denise Smith,
Present.
Chris Stroll,
Here.
Taylor,
Here.
Carol Tracy,
Here.
Connie Waldrop, Jason Warfel,
Here.
John Widener. Okay, that's all the board members, and we do have quorum. CEOs, Roy Clapp, Jim Boland, Jim Brewer,
Here.
David Fulling, Joe Gilliland,
Here.
Dennis Graves, Dave McCabe, John Perry, Nancy Purdy, here, Debbie Smith, Jeff Boyd, Jennifer Wagner, and Jason Wharf. I've got you
Here.
down. Okay, so no quorum quite yet on the CEOs, but it's possible that maybe they will join here after a bit. And just so you know, Pat, since we had to go to virtual, part of the requirements is that we have to do a roll call vote instead of just doing the normal. So luckily there's only a couple of them for this go around, but just want to let you know that we need to do roll call votes. So.
Okay. So for our approval of committee reports, we'll do that. And other than that, I'm not sure if we'll need anything other than the minutes, right?
Yep.
Okay. So thanks everyone for attending. And so I just need a motion and a second. And please, when you motion, say your name so we know who it is. And we'll have to take a quick roll call for the approval of the minutes of the June 21st meeting.
Gerald will make the motion.
I'm sorry, for our past meeting, sorry.
Gerald will still make the motion.
Thank you.
And second, this is Dave Cole.
Thank you. Roll call for that then. Debbie?
Okay. Gerald Billiou,
Yes.
Kevin Binker, Kevin Busher,
Yes.
Jim Boland, Pat Cliff,
Yes.
Dave Cole,
Yes.
Julie Overmark,
Yes.
Mike Conrad,
Yes.
David Cox, Adam Black,
Aye.
Tiffany Mackey,
Yes.
Justin Martin, Mandy Martin,
Yes.
Josh McElravy,
Yes.
Patty Metzger,
Yes.
Bill Michael, Deacon Patient, John Perry, Bruce Peters, Tom Robinson, Chuck Rose,
Yes.
Louis Ryder,
Yes.
Denise Smith,
Yes.
Chris Stroll,
Yes.
Kim Taylor,
Yes.
Carol Tracy,
Yes.
Connie Waldrop, Jason Warfel,
Yes.
John Widener. Okay, that's everybody.
All right, thank you, everyone. Sorry for the new formality, but that's part of our virtual world we're living in. So, okay, I need anybody to address any conflicts of interest and disclose that now. Give you 5 seconds for that. All right, not hearing any, we'll move right along to our committee reports. Mike Conrad with the Oversight and Planning.
We met virtually on the 16th of September at noon, discussed reports from Debbie, and approved those reports pending the board's approval. We also heard from Tony and from Lori Jennings. Any questions?
None? Okay, thank you, Mike. Moving
Thank
on to
you.
youth, Tiffany.
Yes, Chris will be reporting for me today, I hope, because I was not able to make the meeting.
Tiffany, I got your back. We met this morning at 10 o'clock virtually with the youth committee. We did talk about reports and current things that are going on with our youth in school and out of school. Lori Jennings also shared the performance measures. We talked about last year's performance measures. And then we also talked about where we're at this year on performance measures. Much of our discussion was around recruitment of youth in school and out of school youth for our youth program with some of the carryover dollars, which was about $700,000 that we carried over from last year. And with our current program year dollars, we talked about new ways to get students into our programs. We currently have served 79 students year to date. And we would be looking at to expend those dollars at 150 additional students over the rest of this program year. The committee very much so supports all of the efforts by Title I, our CEFS provider. We would love to do whatever we can to help them be able to recruit additional youth. Again, if there are youth in your community or connections in your communities that you would be able to share with Lori and Elaine, I think they would be happy to hear any suggestions on recruitment of youth. That's all for me. I would take any questions.
Thanks, Chris.
All right, thank you. Moving on to consortium, Kevin.
Yes, we met this morning at 11 o'clock for about 20 minutes. We did discuss, Tony did discuss the reopening of the One Stop in Effingham that has opened up for appointments only. So, customers can come in, they do have to make an appointment. So that is up and running now. Jamie gave an update on business service update. And they are wanting to have another roundtable for a business sector. Before, I think we had one for manufacturing and maybe one for healthcare. So they're looking at maybe having another one in the future, identifying a sector and doing a roundtable to see what the business needs are in our communities. And then Lori reported on our one-stop operator report. And she reported that in January, the RFP to operate the one-stop will need to be sent out and go through the process of choosing a one-stop operator. We also had partner reports from all our partners, and that is my report.
The meeting.
I see 956, last 3 digits of the phone number is 956, and I think you tried to say something, but it was cut off.
Jeff Voigt has entered the meeting.
Thank you, Jeff. Welcome.
Thank you.
Pat, if you're talking, we cannot hear you.
Sorry about that. I had muted briefly during the reports. I need someone to state their name with a motion and state your name with a second, so we can take a quick roll call vote to approve those committee reports.
So moved, Josh McRae.
Second, Lewis Ryder.
Thank you. Roll call.
Okay, Gerald Billieu,
Yes.
Kevin Binker, Kevin Busher,
Yes.
Jim Bolin, Pat Green,
Yes.
Dave Cole,
Yes.
Julie Obermark,
Yes.
Mike Conrad,
Yes.
David Cox, Adam Black,
Aye.
Tiffany Mackey,
Yes.
Justin Martin, Mandy Martin,
Yes.
Josh McElravy,
Yes.
Patty Metzger,
Yes.
Jill Michael, Deacon Patient, John Perry, Bruce Peters, Tom Robinson, Chuck Rose,
Yes.
Lewis Ryder,
Yes.
Denise Smith,
Yes.
Chris Stroll,
Yes.
Kim Taylor,
Yes.
Carol Tracy,
Yes.
Connie Waldrop, Jason Warfel,
Yes.
John Widener. Okay, we're good to go.
Okay, thanks, everyone. Now we'll move to our service provider report from CFS. Lori?
Thanks, Pat. We received a warn notice for Kaufman Engineering, which is located in Lawrenceville, effective October 29th. The company will be closing the Lawrenceville plant. The plant currently employs 55 full and part-time employees. We have been in contact with the company, and a rapid response has been scheduled for October 13th. We've been busy this summer. Starting out with, we had meet with CEFS, WIOA representative days at, this was held in July at area colleges. We were at Kaskaskia, Cluthe Center here in Effingham, Lakeland College main campus, Olney Center College, and Lincoln Trail. And we had a few come in for those, not as many as what we had hoped for, but our online applications were really being accessed a lot this summer, which helped our career planners quite a bit. We also, staff attended the Vandalia Career Fair held on August 6th at Kaskaskia College, the Vandalia Center. Over 300 jobs were available among over 50 businesses participating in the event. And one of our staff provided some free presentation to job seekers on resume writing, interviewing, and soft skills training. We also, staff also attended the Centralia Career Expo at Castle Ridge and Centralia, where we provided information about WIOA workforce programs and all of our services available. Summer months, we have just been really, really busy. Staff, we've been doing lots of outreach in the colleges with new enrollments across the board with adults, dislocated workers, and our youth program. A lot of outreach in the community. We're hitting a lot of employers where we're talking a lot about incumbent worker training, on the job training, and also work experience. And like was said before, the one-stop center, the reopening plan was approved by IDES, and the date for reopening was September 7th. And my understanding, things are pretty quiet over that way, not a whole lot of traffic. A lot of issues are being resolved over the telephone or maybe online. So not a whole lot of traffic right now over there, but everything's pretty calm from what I understand, which is good. Our staff, they continue to attend the Illinois Workforce Partnership meetings and the Performance Work Group Task Force meetings, which are held monthly. And kind of like what Chris talked about, and Chris, you said it beautifully. We are desperately looking for youth ages 16 through 24, specifically out of school youth. So for employers in the area, we're looking for kids. If you would be a work site interested in having youth in your businesses, please feel free to contact me and we can get you some more information. But we have lots of money to get spent, and so any help would be appreciated. As of August 31st, we have 280 customers receiving career and or training services through all of our programs. Only 8 customers have been exited to this date, and with the total number served, 296. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much, Lori, and I appreciate all the work that Heidi's done here in Fayette County at the Career Fair. Just so everybody knows, the Career Fair that was held here at the Kaskaskia College campus in Vandalia, we had about 45 people attend. I think that was a decent number for what market that we're dealing with right now in the labor force, but nonetheless, I appreciate everybody's efforts on our teams that participated with that. Moving right along, I'll pass it back to Jamie for the fiscal agent report.
Thank you very much, Pat. I am going to share my screen real quick. There we go. Okay, so for the fiscal agent report, some important dates and deadlines that are coming up. The board recertification needs to be completed by September 30th. So that's just a few days away. I think we're almost there. We just got one more. And if I am correct, we have a potential on that. So that should be able to be wrapped up soon. The next important date, I want you guys to have board and CEO meetings for December on your calendar for December 13th. At this time, I cannot tell you if it will be virtual or in person and exactly what time it will be, but just make sure that you have us down for December 13th. I would like to take the time to let you all know that there is a notice of funding out there. It actually, the deadline, but it was for apprenticeship expansion grant through DCEO. We did choose to apply for this. We wanted to apply for the apprenticeship navigator aspect of the grant. An apprenticeship navigator is a designated person, a guru, if you will, on everything apprenticeship. So we would like to have an apprenticeship navigator on staff here with us who can guide businesses through the entire process of developing and establishing apprenticeships from start to finish. So the purpose of the grant is to increase registered apprenticeships in Illinois. The project would run for about 18 months. They are going to issue 10 to 12 grants for apprenticeship navigators ranging from $35,000 to $125,000. We are only one of 2, I believe, economic development regions in the state that do not have an apprenticeship navigator. So I'm fairly confident we're going to be at least one of those 10 to 12 grants that will be awarded $75,000 to $125,000. We was able to get this submitted by the deadline on September 15th, and we're hoping to hear of awards at least by December. So again, keep your eyes peeled for those monthly newsletters where I will keep you guys updated as to how that grant rolls out. In June, we voted on success story winner, and this year the winner was Stephanie Lowe from Effingham. She earned the most votes for best success story. Stephanie was nominated by her CEFS career planner as a model of WIOA success. WIOA services helped Stephanie enroll in an education program and train for a new career. She earned an associate's degree while providing for her family. Way to go, Stephanie. This year, I believe IWP will not be holding the gala or ball, or I'm not sure what they used to call it. But instead they will be doing an e-magazine featuring the success story winners from each of the regions. And I think there might be a gift card as a reward. I'm not entirely sure. Moving along, looking at incumbent worker projects, we have 2 that are active, or one that just wrapped up, I guess. Sarah Bush Lincoln, we had 10 trained in learning to be a certified medical assistant. Then we have actively Mac Plastics and Only, there's 5 in lean leadership. Looking at the funds remaining, we have about $105,000 for incumbent worker projects. So if you hear of anything going on in your respective counties or areas where they are needing to upskill current workers, please send them to Tony. Let's see if we can get some more incumbent worker projects going. We did apply for a waiver from DCEO because last fiscal year, due to COVID, we were unable to spend all of our funds, but we didn't really want to give those back. We knew that we were facing a cut this current fiscal year's allocation, and we wanted to keep the money that we didn't spend. So we sent an application in and they did approve the waiver for us. This means for youth, we are carrying forward $723,000. Yeah, whoa. For adults, we are carrying over $526,000. And then if you add that to our allocations for plan year 21, for youth, that's $777,000 for a grand total of $1.5 million available for youth. For adults, the allocations for PY21 was $718,000 for a grand total of $1.2 million for adults. So just Chris has said and Lori has said there's a lot of youth money out there, and especially we're looking for youth out of school. Any leads that you have, any referrals you can make, any connections you can make between businesses and Lori, we would be more than appreciative. Then I want to talk about monitoring results. We did finally get our final letter from DCEO regarding monitoring. There were 7 findings. However, 6 of those findings were actually clerical errors that more than likely would have been taken care of on site if our monitoring had not been virtual and they were able to be in the office as they have in years past. So overall, while 7 does sound like a lot, overall, I feel like this is a very good result, and it shows that CEFS is doing everything that they are supposed to do, and they are doing it the way they are supposed to. I believe I did send a copy of the result letter in our response in a previous newsletter. If you did not see that and you would like to, just let me know. I'll be happy to share that with you. And then just some end of plan year 20 fiscal notes. So for plan year 20, we spent 90.2%. So we were under budget by about $35,000. As discussed, we did fail to meet that 80% obligation for youth and adult. We came kind of close with adult, but youth, we were not close, but we were approved for that waiver to roll that over. Training versus overhead ended well above the 50% requirement, so we are all good there. The MOU billings for last year are all received, and that is nice and tidy now, and we'll start again for the new year. For incumbent worker training, we paid out over $68,000 in plan year 20. We carried over $74,800 into plan year 21, and that's what gives us the available $105,000. I do want to take just a moment to say thank you. We have several retiring board members. So thank you all for your tireless dedication, strategic vision, and outstanding contributions to Local Workforce Innovation Board 23. John Widener has been a member since 2014. Thank you, John. Bruce Peters has been a member since 2014. Thank you, Bruce. Tom Robinson was a member since 2019. Thank you, Tom. Deacon Patient was a member since 2015. Thank you, Deacon. Van Leeds was a member since 2013. Thank you, Van. Chuck Rose was a member since 2011. Thank you, Chuck. Dave Cox was a member since 2017. Thank you, David. Justin Martin was a member since 2017 as well. Thank you, Justin. And Mike Conley was a member since 2021. Thank you, Mike. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you, Jamie, and thank you to all those individuals who have served on the board for their tenure. We appreciate all your service to WIOA. And so at this time, other business or member opportunity to share, do we have a special guest speaker?
Freddie, are you online?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you need me to let you share your screen?
If you wouldn't mind, I just got 2 slides for this program.
Okay, I gotta find you. I'm having some technical specialties at the moment. Let me. My computer is not wanting to work with me. There's Freddie.
Hang tight, everyone. We have a guest speaker from IDS, and they're only planning to speak for about 3 to 4 hours, so we're going to be fine.
Now, 3 to 5 minutes. That I can wrap this up.
Now, are you able to share now?
Yes, ma'am. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling it up now.
Network bandwidth is low.
All right, everybody. My name is Freddie Buckingham. I am the Southern Region Business Service Manager for IDES. I cover the local workforce innovation areas of 22 through 26. Today, I just wanted to give you a brief introduction on a program that started off in May of this year. It's called Workshare Illinois. It is a employer-driven UI program. It is designed to be a lightweight aversion program. This program allows employers to place two or more workers in a plan and reduce their hours of work from 20 to 60%. The employees in these plans are able to draw UI benefits based off the percentage of hours they are reduced. This program is designed to decrease the UI costs for the program. It allows the employers to maintain a trained workforce during a temporary downsize in business, avoid turnover costs from hiring and training new employees. And the program is designed to be flexible and tailored to the employer's needs. So employers can have multiple plans built into the Workshare Illinois program for whether it be different shifts or different work areas. And the employees benefit by not getting laid off. They don't have to do job searches like they normally do when drawing UI benefits. They get to keep their employee benefit packages, and they are able to draw a percentage of UI benefits to offset the loss in wages during this time period. The plans can go up to 12 months, and there's a very large number of employees that can be in the plan at one time. So it's the minimum is 2, but I believe the maximum is high enough where I don't think any employers in our area would really need to worry about where the maximum is. If you want any more information about this program, don't hesitate to reach out to me. we are in a period where we're trying to push out more awareness of the program. So if anybody needs it, just send them our way. The program is on our IDS webpage under Workshare Illinois. If anybody has any questions, they can reach out directly to me, and I can answer as much as I can. All right, Jamie, that's all I've got. Am I under 5 minutes?
You are, you did excellent. Are you able to maybe just say your email address or your contact information? In case anyone wants to jot it.
Yeah, so I have a very long name, so bear with me here. My email address is freddie.l.buckingham. So that's Freddie, FREDDIE .l.buckingham, BUCKINGHAM @illinois.gov. My contact number is 618-214-0161. That's 618-214-0161.
Awesome, wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here today.
Jamie, thanks everyone for giving me a few minutes to let you know about the program.
Thank you, Freddie, for talking about the program. And then, are you did a mass mailer go out to all employers, or how are you getting this message out besides to folks like us?
So I'm briefing chambers and folks like you guys. DCO has actually got the funding for distributing the marketing piece on this. I believe that's going through the final stages, so that they should start marketing it pretty soon.
Okay. All right, great. Thanks again for your time. And I was just joking about the 3 to 4 hours. I'm appreciate your 3 to 5 minutes, and so does everybody else. So thanks again. And so now I'll open up the floor to anyone else that has any comments, anything going on in your specific area of our 13 counties. I'll leave it open for a few seconds. Anyone? All right, not hearing any. I want to thank you all again for your time and your attendance this afternoon on the meeting. And I keep saying it like a broken record. I hope this is our last virtual, because I've had personally enough virtual stuff to last me a lifetime, I think. So I hope that we get a chance to see each other face to face in December, and appreciate all of our different teams working in conjunction together and all the work that you're doing. I know it's been difficult, and I know we're in some difficult employment times, and all we can do is just keep doing our best to refer people in the pipeline and get some services out to those who need it. With that, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Gerald will make the motion.
Second, Josh
Gerald.
McRae.
Thank you, Josh. All in favor, will please signify by saying aye.
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 All right, well, that will conclude our board meeting. And then those on the CEO side of things, please hang on the line. And Jamie, you'll start that meeting and roll call here in just a moment, right?
Yes, I will press pause on the three. All right, recording has resumed. Those of you that are still on the line for the CEO meeting, thank you for being here. Again, just to reiterate, remember, keep yourself on mute unless you are speaking. Anything that comes across your microphone or the screen, the camera, will be a public record. And with that, I will turn it over to Nancy to start our September 20th CEO meeting.
Welcome, everyone. I'm glad to have you on board with us today. And we want to have a roll call to make sure that we have everybody down who is present with us today.
Okay, Roy Clapp. Okay, Jim Bolin. Jim Brewer.
Present.
David Fulling.
Present.
Joe Gilliland.
I'm here.
Dennis Graves. Dave McCabe. John Perry. Nancy Purdy. Here. Debbie Smith. Jeff Boyd.
I'm present.
Jennifer Wagner. And Jason Warfel.
Here.
No quorum.
No quorums?
No.
All right.
Short by one.
Okay, so can we go ahead and, yeah, we'll conduct, just not be able to vote on anything, correct? Right. All right. Due to lack of quorum, we will discuss information, but we won't be able to vote on anything today. If you have not reviewed the minutes, please do so to let us know if there are any corrections. And I don't think we'll need a conflict of interest disclosure at that then. Number 4, we won't be able to approve things, members today, but Tony, do you want to tell us about the new members?
Sure. The CEOs as a whole need to approve public sector members every other year. So that's what we would have done today. But anyway, I'll just give you the information. Deb Reed, Adam Flack, Lori Porman. No, I got that wrong. My bad. Those are the people that are our business sector. What were the new ones? Julie was from higher ed. Foreman, no, and Adam Flack, yep. Oh, you got it on the agenda. You're so good. But we're even looking at it. But anyway, Adam Flack has taken over for Van Leeds. Van has had some health issues in the past and unable to attend meetings. So the higher ups at DRS have appointed Adam to take Van's place. Julie Obermark is taking Mike Conley's place for higher education and at Kaskaskia College. So as soon as we get, I'll just kind of go into the next one to the board recertification update. As soon as we get all the paperwork for the last 2 business sector people, I'm going to be submitting the paperwork for Adam and Julie without the CEO's approval. So what we will do at the next meeting, we will just have to ratify any decisions that we made here and make it official.
And then, Jamie, do you want to give us a signatory authority update?
I
please?
would love to. So since the last meeting, Greg Nuxel, the Vice President of Business Services at Lakeland, has signed for the fiscal year 21 formula grant. And he also signed on the apprenticeship expansion grant application that was submitted on September 15th.
TAA too.
And he also just signed for the TAA grant as well.
That just happened about an hour ago.
Minute by minute updates that just happened an hour ago. So there you go. Any questions on the signatory update?
Do you want to tell us a little bit about these grants, what they will accomplish for us?
So for the apprenticeship expansion grant, I did speak about that a bit on the board meeting. There's 2 different ways you could go about this grant, either looking for an apprenticeship navigator, a person, or as an intermediary where you get grant funds to help already established apprenticeships. We have plenty of formula money, so we opted to just go for the navigator aspect of the grant because in our economic development region, we only have 10 approved, established Department of Labor registered apprenticeships. And that's not very many when you consider how much potential and opportunity there is in this region for apprenticeships. So we really need someone who is dedicated to the message of apprenticeships and who has a really solid grasp on the process and can make businesses feel at ease as they determine if they want to establish an apprenticeship and feel that the process is easy for them and led from step 1 all the way through to the implementation. And so I feel like Economic Development Region 7, which is all 13 of our counties, would greatly benefit from having a designated navigator. That, like I said, we should know in December if we are awarded that. Since we are one of just 2 economic development regions without a navigator, and because DCEO's goal is all economic development regions have a navigator, I feel quite confident we will receive the grant. There was one competitive grant against us in the same region. However, the way they were applying, I'm not sure. Either way, we're going to get a navigator. It might be through us or it might be through IECC, but we're gonna get a navigator, I'm sure. The formula grant, you all know the formula grant, we do that every year. And then the TAA grant, I'm gonna let Tony speak about that because he knows much more about it than I do.
Well, we got a TAA grant that is funding the folks that got laid off at LSC Communications in Mattoon. That grant expires at the end of this month. But after we got the encumbrance reports from CEFS, they added 3 people that were not on this grant, so we did not have enough money. So we just modified it to add those 3 people through the end of this month. About the first or second week in October, we're going to be applying for another TAA grant to serve those same people. Like I said, the grant that they're under right now expires September 30th.
Thank you. Number 7, board attendance report.
So in your board, and CEO package, you should have got a copy of the attendance report. Looking at it from my perspective, the board members who have not been exhibiting the best attendance are also the ones that have recently retired from the board. So I'm hoping as we get new people in, that attendance will be better. I want you guys just to keep a close eye on your respective counties and make sure, encourage your board member to attend the meetings. There's a direct correlation between the amount of funds that go to certain counties and how participatory their board member is. And the least the board members can do is to show up to the quarterly meetings. I'd love it for them to do more, spread word about WIOA, about the programs and what we do, but we really like to see them attend the meetings. And hopefully the meetings will not be virtual. Maybe we'll be able to incorporate some sort of hybrid concept for those who do have difficulties making it in the evening or driving distances, but we will explore those opportunities and potential scenarios later down the road. Just make sure that you're keeping an eye on the attendance and that you are encouraging your board members from your counties to attend meetings.
Thank you very much, Jamie. All right, is there any old business or new business to discuss? I just want to mention that the next meeting is December the 13th. Possibly in Effingham, but we had hoped that it would be this time. We'll have to let you know on that. Any public comment from your counties, areas? I normally say be safe going home, but since most of you are probably at home, have a wonderful day. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Don't really need it.
Oh, I don't need a motion?
Not really.
Okay. So have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here.
Okay, thank you.
Not for sure. There's no form that has a motion. I guess we have to vote. We don't vote on the motion now. You're not usually- That's it.
Usually pretty good.
Somebody.